Luckily, Google is aligned with a lot of the pieces of what we think are important in terms of energy management. We have gyms on campus, we have free, healthy, sustainable, natural food, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a sense that sometimes very smart people tell themselves stories over time about why they do certain things that they do that they know might not be serving them as well. And we saw an opportunity at Google for to get some of those stories changed and to get people focusing on some things that might serve them even better. So we're all high performers, but how can we do that even higher and more sustainably over time? So things like mental focus, and how can we make sure that the myth of multitasking, which we all kind of have embedded in us and the way that we work in the world, goes away, and we really focus when we need to. Things like that.
I think it's interesting because while we have an environment where all of those things are available, so we have a lot of opportunity to effectively manage our energy through all the great food and gyms, they're not always taken advantage of. And at the same time, we also have demands on us and a culture that really perpetuates the concept of multitasking. People in meetings have laptops open and are constantly trying to juggle multiple tasks at one time. So it's interesting, and I think what's compelling to a Google audience about it is that a lot of this is research-based. So this is sort of truth that is helpful for people to learn in terms of how do I better manage what I know is the right thing to do. Right now, some have a pretty good handle on it and some don't. But we certainly are fighting a culture where it perpetuates some of the very behaviors that keep us from being able to sustain our energy over time. So giving them some ideas and sort of tools and resources for ways they can better manage that ends up being really helpful for a lot of them.